I watched dozens of videos about baby essentials before I registered for my first. I was obsessed. But so many of those videos either highlighted seemingly endless budgets or hyper minimalistic restrictions, and I found myself somewhere in between. Hello, theme for this channel. So I wanted to create a couple realistic videos, messy, storage room and all, terrifying, highlighting things that I got with my first that I'm planning on using again for baby 2. I am currently 33 weeks pregnant, and a second video where I'll chat about things I returned or quickly replaced. So without further ado, let's start a baby. If you are just clicking on this video, my name is Jordy Rose, and I have created this Becoming Jordy page in a time in my life where I have a toddler. He's sleeping upstairs right now. His name is Archie, and I have a little one on the way, bumping. And the big heart of this channel, of all the stuff that I'm doing, is having a resource for, it's probably just going to end up being mainly women who feel like they're just kind of in the in-betweens of different seasons, who are in the in-betweens of different areas of life, whether it be like living crunchy, living non-toxic, but also not wanting to stress out their bodies about it too much. Women who maybe always thought they would be a working mom and ended up not, ended up being someone who wanted to be home with their kiddos, women who are still healing from developmental trauma but are also becoming moms and becoming like lighthouses for their own kids' attachment. That's what this page is about. But one of the big things that's happening right now for me, for my in-betweens, is nesting. I love these videos. I just think it's so helpful. I don't have anyone in my life who is in my family who's having kids at the same time. And so I resourced so much from my friends, from my village, and then also from YouTube videos, being like, okay, like what did this person who I know she has a similar lifestyle to me use? What did she not use? Etc. etc. Also, I probably should have put like a dash of makeup on for these sleepies, but it's fine. Let's dig in. Come in, Snow Pup. But yeah, we're inside, we're happy, we have my boot. Oh, you were chilly. This is Moose, by the way. It's such a cold nose. So, can you help? So here are some of the things that I am going to use again. First is this journal. Just kidding, this is not one of them. Number 1. The Ollie Swaddle. We've registered for a bunch of different types of swaddles, and the Ollie Swaddle was not one of them because I didn't know about it. I registered for Halo Swaddles. That was probably the one that like most of my friends love. So the Ollie Swaddle, we just really liked how snug you could get it. Like these Velcro, like you can kind of like adjust it per your baby's size, and then he could have anything on underneath it. Like I could make sure he was warm enough, make sure he was cool enough, etc. And with the Halo, he was able to kind of like finagle his way out of it. But again, he really loved being swaddled. So the thing that I recommend for most people on your registry, literally whenever I'm filming, I feel like I have some sort of breast milk stain or other stain. Say I'm still breastfeeding in this pregnancy, but that's fine, I'm a mother. What I recommend people do is register for like one of each. And then once you figure out what your baby likes, get them on Facebook Marketplace. I got all my Ollie Swaddles on Facebook Marketplace. So like, let's say your baby likes Halo Swaddles the best, you could then go get a bunch off of Marketplace once you figure that out. Number 2, baby carriers in general. I love wearing my babies, especially now that I'm preparing to have, once this baby will be born, if everything goes full term, Archie will be 25 months. So preparing to have a toddler who emotionally really needs me right now. He's really going through his like testing phase. He's really tender. He also just like needs my hands a lot. I think knowing that I loved carrying and wearing my babies during nap times, during like anything, like I just love having them close to me. I have a feeling I will do that a lot now that I also will have a toddler. So this was my favorite carrier for the newborn stage. I had them like listed on my registry, but I ended up just getting a couple on Facebook Marketplace to try, which I really recommend that if you have friends who can let you try them and see what your baby likes. Some babies like specific carriers, like they're just comfortable in certain ones. Have like your friends loan you them or find them on a secondhand site or something like that. But what I love about the Baby Bjorn, this is the Baby Bjorn like infant, like the newborn, is that you can put it on like just yourself, and you put it on like I'm doing right now, sitting. You can put it on just like sitting. You can put it on standing. But I think it's such a brilliant design. So instead of having like, you put it on and then you try to strap it up, you put it on almost like a backpack. And then you clip in. Oh, this is making me so nostalgic because Archie wouldn't fit in this. Like, it's so tiny. And then you even just put one side. Isn't this such a brilliant design? You can even just put one side in and then plunk baby's leg right here. Put the other side on. Usually you'll keep it up when their head's wobbly, but then you can flip it down and they can eventually like face out. It's amazing. I think it's such a brilliant design, and I got this one on Marketplace, and then I also have their Baby Bjorn Air, which I also got on Marketplace. I think I got this one for $10 and that one for $15. Which I'll put the link on there, but don't like use the full link. Go find it secondhand, because a lot of moms are like, my babies don't fit this anymore, buy this from me. And the other one is the same design, like you could snap it on in the front, but it just has some more back support. So once my littles get bigger, I use that one. Also, I'm literally gonna put some concealer under my eyes because this is alarming. Like 10 people will watch this, but those 10 people deserve not to feel tired through my eyeballs. Lols. Okay, that didn't do anything, but it's fine, I feel better. I also, what I was about to show you before I realized my eyes were dying, did splurge. My caveat here is I was still working. Came back, I'm like, what am I, crazy? We were rolling in it. But this is like that Artie Pop carrier you see a lot of people have. I just thought it was so beautiful. I got this when Archie was like 11 months, and I mainly got it because I knew at that point, whoa, I carry my babies so much. And I hoped that I would be able to have another, and even now I'm hoping that I will be able to keep having babies, even after a second, which there's no promises there, like we never know. But I guess I just thought, like, I know how much I wear them, it's a good investment. So I got this one, and then I actually did just get another one just off of, if you get one, you can then have referral codes, and if people use your referral codes, you get like $50 per referral towards another. So I just got a second for baby too. I'll like let you guys know if I like this for the infant stage. But I just love how this one looks, and it is so soft and so comfortable. I got the color, I think it's oat. I mean, they can get so expensive based on the, what is it called? The material, like, so expensive. But this one I think was like $300. Still can't believe that. God bless working Jordy. So I would say this about baby carrying. If you feel like you couldn't do it, I would say just get a couple on Marketplace and see, because there is something about having baby close to you that's going to calm down your nervous system, and kind of make you feel like you can do it. Putting them on and wearing them and being able to be like, oh, I can make dinner. Oh, I can do my makeup. Suddenly you're like, oh, I'm still me. I also just get to have this little buddy that I wear around. Number 3 is a combo, and it's Silverettes. They're like little healing nipple covers and breast pads. And then I'd also throw in like a nipple butter. The nipple butter that I use is from Primally Pure. It's called their Baby Balm. Let me actually go grab it. This is their old design. They have rebranded since, but I haven't finished this one. I think you're supposed to use it within 6 months, but it's fine. We have this everywhere. We have one up in Archie's room, we have one by my bedside, and we have some in my bathroom. You can use it for diaper rash, you can use it for baby eczema, and you can use it for your nipples. So I had this in my hospital bag, and I had these in my hospital bag. I'm doing home birth this time, so I'll just have them around the house. But, oh, and I had these with me. These breast pads are from Little Milk Bar, and I think they're so cute. I'm obsessed with them. I'll link them. And I swear to you, this combo really saved my nipples. Saved my, I think you can say nipples on YouTube, I don't know. I've had friends who their babies have had ties, their babies have had a lot of different things, and so their nipples were like rocked, and they got these, put them on, and they've like healed them really fast. It's because the silver in the Silverettes actually has healing like qualities, and so you actually put this like under your bra directly on the nipple, and you can put like the nipple cream on and then put the Silverette over. And then over the Silverette, I would put like the nursing pad, and then that would all be under my bra. All of that together just really made the nursing experience, made me feel like I was going into the nursing experience already having things to like aid me no matter what the experience was like. I even pulled my Silverettes back out in pregnancy. If you are breastfeeding while you're pregnant, it's pretty common for like those hormones to just make your nipples a lot more tender when you're breastfeeding, and that has been true with me. And so when we were sick a couple of weeks ago, like I talked about in my last video, Archie breastfed so much, and my little pregnant hormones were like, ah, and I put these back on and they were game changing. And then kind of in that same vein, I'm wearing one today. I didn't bring an extra one down. Are these Free People Happiness Run crop bras. I feel like when I was registering, there were so many nursing bras on the market. There were beautiful ones, there were not beautiful ones, there were ones from Amazon. There were so many different bras, and they were all like pretty pricey if you were like, I'm gonna be wearing these constantly. But I already had like 2 or 3 of the Happiness Run crops from Free People, and those became my ultimate favorite nursing bras. I'm pretty comfortable nursing in public. I think it's because I'm like somewhat flat chested, but I just like pull up so you can see like the bottom, oh, you can see baby, and then like the bottom of the bra, and I just pull the bra up. And remember, when you're breastfeeding, like if I had Archie here and I pulled the bra up, like you can't see anything, and I think that's such a good reminder. Like I can see something right now, but you guys can't see anything. That's such a good reminder in public. No one can see anything. I just wasn't interested in ones that snap down. I wasn't interested in ones I like couldn't use past being pregnant. And so getting these, I was obsessed with them. And the first time I put it on, I tried a couple different ones. I just remember like 6 days postpartum putting one of these on and being like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. Like the ribbing is really loose. There's no seams on the side, which can kind of like compress and head you in the direction of like clogged ducts or mastitis. So yeah, I love them. I would say maybe they run in like extra small is a size, medium large is a size, and the large extra large is a size. I waffle between extra small and medium large, and I would recommend like, I think the medium large were a little more comfortable for like that postpartum swelling. I'm winded. Next one I don't have up here, but playmats of any kind. I really overanalyzed this when I was creating my registry. I remember texting my best friend Christine and being like what playmat should I get? Tell me everything. Like I have this playmat, I registered for this one that I saw that you had from Target. I'll put that one right here. Or I see everybody registering for this one from Love Every. And I got really lucky. I had a friend hand me down this one, and then I registered for and got this one. And we have a 2-story house, and our second story is, it's kind of like a loft area, and it has our 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and that's where Archie's nursery is, which God bless for baby 2. We still don't know if we're gonna like combine rooms, whatever. I'll keep him bedside for a while, but if you have any tips for that, let me know. We do have another bedroom, but it's downstairs, and we have this like crazy flight of really creaky stairs. You didn't need all that context, but the point being, having 2 playmats for having a 2-story house was so nice, because I kept one in the bathroom upstairs, and then I kept one down here in the living room. And just having a place where I could safely lay baby down, and he was like entertained, he was interested, and I'd be like doing my makeup. Or down here in the living room, the Love Everyone has like almost a tent around it, and in those early days, RIP for the first baby, when you're able to just like watch shows, stuff like that, where they're not stimulated by the sound of the TV or anything like that, I would put the tent up if I just needed a break and wanted to watch a show. And he would just kind of like roll around in there, and we'd be like talking and playing, and I'd just have something on in the background, which was nice, which won't be happening now in toddlerhood, but that's fine. And I've even heard like a lot of my friends who have multiples have said doing the same concept, like having stations for the infant, will be really helpful. So it might not be playmats because Archie will be able to like scooch him off, but having something like almost like docking stations for inevitably when my older has a meltdown, I can like dock the baby and take care of him. All right, number 6 is placenta pills. This is just something that I will be doing again. Obviously, I'm not gonna be taking the same placenta pills, those are long gone, but I am using the same placenta encapsulator who's in my area. I know there are a lot on social media where it's like you can mail in your placenta. That kind of like freaked me out a little bit. I was like, how do I know it's mine? I don't know. And so I found a doula in my area. Her name is Allison. If you're in this area, I'll like link her information below, but I love her so much. She's a doula who also has her certification in placenta encapsulation, and she actually comes to your house. So the days after Archie was born and we were still at the hospital, I had my mother-in-law take my placenta home in a cooler and bring it in our fridge. You don't freeze it, you put it in the fridge. And then she like met Allison here, and I'm pointing there because that's my kitchen, and Allison like sanitized the whole kitchen, which that's a bonus. Suddenly my kitchen was fully sanitized. And she brings everything herself to encapsulate it. So she basically dehydrates it, encapsulates it, and then gives you like a little thing of pills. And doing just like a bit of research for me, I felt comfortable with that. I know some people have a little bit of nerves about like the toxicity of it or the potential toxicity, or they just feel like that's disgusting. But for me, I think there aren't a ton of studies done in it, but a lot of anecdotes about it positively impacting like postpartum mood disorders, or even just like postpartum healing, breast milk supply, everything like that was enough for me to say like, hey, I'm gonna give it a go. And I had a really good experience the first time, so I'm going to be using Allison again this time. And I'm really excited. I don't know why I'm excited. I just think it's such a cool thing. Like, this part of me is keeping my baby alive, and then it also will support me as I take care of my little one. And if that feels like the craziest concept to you, I think like helpful background. The first time I ever heard about it was a doula specifically talking about how humans are some of the only mammals on the planet that don't eat their placenta after giving birth like automatically, like most animals do. That made a lot of sense to me. And so yeah, so that's what I will be doing. All right, number 8 is our Hatch sound machine. It's upstairs right now working with Archie. I love this sound machine. I love that it has like a couple different settings for lights that you can use, because in those early postpartum days where I am up every few hours feeding my babe, also my babies take a while to sleep through the night and I support them and feed them and give them milk. So for a while, not just the early postpartum days when I'm up, it's really nice having that like red light. Like I set it so that just the first tap is that it quiets the sound machine and a red light goes on. And so then my body wasn't waking up fully. And now I just love that I can control it from my phone. I can check if the sound machine's okay, check kind of like the decibel level, make sure it's not too loud for Archie. And he really does enjoy the sound machine. Some babies don't, which is okay. Some toddlers are like, this ruined my life, please turn off the sound machine, but he still really likes it. Like he asks for me to turn it on before his naps and before bed. And so we are gonna be using that again. We're even possibly gonna get a second so that I can have one in our room, and then Archie can still have one. So that's one that, no regrets. And then number 9 is our Bassinet. I love our Bassinet. I'll link it below. I'm not remembering the brand right now. But I think for moms who are not sure if they want to bed share, but know that they want to keep baby like right there with them, a Bassinet is a really good option. Having one that was pretty to boot was really nice for me. And yeah, so we'll be using the Bassinet again. So number 9 is pajamas. That sounds so boring, but I loved registering for nicer brands of pajamas, because we try to get just like high quality like cotton pajamas for Archie, but we're also just mostly trying to find those in the most affordable way we can. But in those early days where it was all basically pajamas from my registry or from gifts, I loved the fact that like Archie was surrounded by really high quality materials. So go off registering for pajamas, find those like natural fiber options. I'll link some of my favorites below. I wonder if I can even find some in here. This is just like everything. I don't know if I'll be able to find some of my favorites, but here's one. The brand Bonzi is one of my favorites. They specific, oh my gosh, this is so tiny. But they specifically do skin to skin sleepwear. So you can pop this open and all of a sudden his belly is open and you can like put it on you while you're breastfeeding. And then it's just like shoop, and like the pants go on. And yeah, I love it. They don't do flame retardants on their pajamas, which is great. And I really appreciate, because I don't want those chemicals on my tiny ones. Yeah, so this is a brand that I love, and I'll link a couple others below. But just like have fun registering for those pajamas. I had a friend recently ask me like, how many would you register for and what size? And I would dance between like newborn, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, because all of those will come pretty fast. People are gonna wanna buy those fun little gifts for you. And you don't know how big your baby's gonna be. I've seen some of these videos where people are like, don't register for any newborn clothes. They won't fit your baby ever. And it's like, yeah, but what if you have a preemie? Or what if your baby's really small? Like, you don't know. That was that person's experience, but you don't know what your experience is gonna be. And then if your baby doesn't fit the newborn clothes, sell them on Facebook Marketplace. Like, exchange them. You'll be fine. This is a complete sidebar, and I might make another video on just like non-toxic baby tips. But don't use, in the US, there's this detergent called like Deft that they market it specifically for baby clothes. And it has a crazy amount of fragrance in it. And your baby doesn't need that. Your baby does not need that. Your babies aren't gonna smell like poop if their clothes don't smell like super, super strong. So when you're washing the baby clothes initially, like I typically hear it recommended to like wash the baby clothes before you like or organize your nursery or whatever. They don't need to smell good. It's better for them to smell like nothing. That's just a sidebar. And last but not least, number 10 is the Frida Postpartum Kit. I had a lot of friends really helpfully encourage me to register for postpartum things for you. So that's not this like surprise, oh, suddenly I have to spend like $50 to $100 on more things in early postpartum. But the Frida Postpartum Kit has like these really good disposable mesh underwear they're like boy short style, which I liked a lot more than what the hospital gave me. And for home birth, my midwives had me get a couple just like normal diapers, but I really, really liked these shorts, and I would put my pads in them for postpartum bleeding. It's trashy. I wonder if my husband's home. That'd be crazy if he walks in on this filming. He's not the biggest YouTube guy, so I don't think you'll see him in any videos. But it's trash day and I'm hearing garbage cans that sound like our garbage cans coming up the driveway. But the postpartum kit also has like a peri bottle that has like a nice like upwards nozzle for helping with like cleaning off. Honestly, I would get it again for like the ice packs and the underwear, like the postpartum underwear. For this baby, just because my midwives helped me for home birth, like I have a whole checklist and I'm going through like birthsupplies.com to kind of like get all of that sorted. A lot of the stuff that was in the Frida postpartum kit I was already getting. So separately, I just bought more of the underwear that's in the Frida kit, because you can buy that separate. I'll link that as well. But if you're doing a hospital birth, I would definitely recommend getting that kit because I think it was really helpful. Yeah, so that is 10 things that I am going to use again for baby 2 that I registered for or that I got for baby 1. And I think because I'm obviously going to edit this, but this has been 30 minutes already, I will film a part 2 where I talk about things that I won't be using again or things that I registered for and I quickly replaced. I hope you enjoy. This video, again, feels like a little different than my first couple, but I think the goal for this is to like have a friend, have a buddy who's just kind of like walking through it with you. Breast stains, milk stains, stained shirts and all. And yeah, I think I long for more people who are just doing it in a way that feels like approachable and not perfect, and seeing a lot of people on social media who are having babies with like unlimited budgets and unlimited time because of that always triggers in me this feeling of like, that would be nice, but that's not possible for me. So I hope just having someone kind of like just walking it with you is helpful. And I'll see you soon for part 2. So for part 2, I'll probably be in this exact same outfit because I'm probably going to film it right now. Unless Jack walks in and then I'll get embarrassed. So we'll see.